This meeting is being live streamed. Got it.
Got it too.
Right. So
Hello,
let me
everyone.
mute that. Uh, right. Where are my comments gone? I don't know why I find this so difficult every time.
I know we've done it like quite a few times.
I know, you'd think, right?
Right. Oh well.
Okay.
Eventually we'll figure it out.
We know. Right. Are there people here?
Okay. I mean, they'll join. Hello, one person who is watching us.
4 more people are watching. Right.
Yeah.
If you are there, oh, hang on. Why is it saying that it's private? Is it saying private to you?
No. No.
Oh.
Can you guys hear us? See us?
Oh, no, it does say it's public. Right. Fine. Are people there? Right. Hang on. Let me do it on my phone. Seamless, as always. This is what people come to expect. 33 people watching. There we go. Okay,
perfect. Everybody can hear us, right?
Right. I'm here. Hello. Right, there we are. It's me who can't see the comments for some reason. So let me, how did I do this last time?
I'll keep an eye on them.
You keep an eye. Let me just get the link and stick that over on the YouTube. And then
while you're doing that, I just want to say, you see this gorgeous, beautiful shawl? So this was a gift for me from a viewer, Pam Morgan. Thank you so very much. I was just blown away. It's like absolutely gorgeous, and I've been wearing it, and I've been keeping it on my Marie Antoinette here.
That was a gift.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's amazing.
I love getting gifts. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for making this gorgeous shawl for me. And it's by Lucy Haig, so one of my favorite designers. Love, love, love.
That is amazing.
We have some good fans out there, Martin.
We really do. It's like the lady who turned up at one of the yarn shows who'd made me the toff sheep. And it was just like, knowing the amount of work that went into that fleece.
Right.
Like, I don't think it was such a generous gift, because I don't think I would have made that and gifted it. It's like we talked about last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, that you made your shawl last year and then gifted it, which is just amazing. It was such a good.
We'll see what's going to happen this year. So you talked about surprise and the whole thing, how you're going to surprise me. I am surprising you first.
You go, because my surprise is going to be in about 10 minutes. And no, like, I don't have a mystery guest. Well, I kind of do, it's Mark. But I'll reveal mine in a minute. But I'm intrigued because Sheila Watts says she knows what's coming. Intriguing. Well, I have told a few people
I changed my mind about my keep. So I was team stash, and being team stash, it's like probably 100 times more difficult than being team kit, because like once you commit to the kit, that's it, right? Like you can't change your mind. It's yours.
Nope.
Well, I can change my mind up until the last second, which what I've been doing basically. So you remember I was between this black and teal for the darkest color. But
and last time you had a lot of love for the teal. I think majority of people were saying teal.
Right. And then I thought, why not both? And so I decided to go with these two. And then I thought, well, what's going to go well with teal? And I found this color. And then I was looking for something in gray area. And this one, I hope you guys can see it. It has those like little blue teal.
You can just see the speckles. Yeah.
So boom, this is my new, I want to say it's final decision, but like, you know, we still have until October 5th to change my mind. But like, I'm like 99% sure that this is going to be my choice now. What do you guys think? Do you like it?
Yeah, I
it in
really
the
like
comments.
those colors, but you know I'm a teals and a grays.
Well, me too, but like that's why like last year I sort of was like
I have teal fluff.
last time I was sort of stepping outside of my comfort zone, this gold yellow kind of color. It was
Blue against that yellow
oil,
is so vibrant.
right? And this time I wanted to come back to like something that makes me happy, and teal definitely like, I mean, people have nickname for me Smurfette because of my love of all the things blues, but out of the whole blue family, teal is like my absolute favorite.
Someone's asked about whether you'll see the pattern with it being black. Is that something that you've thought about? Like, tell us a bit more. Are you going for colors that you like rather than thinking, because we've talked before about we can overthink what the pattern's going to be, right? And is it going to have brioche, or is it going to be a lace, or whatever it will be? We don't really know.
He sort of said that it's going to be one color at the time, which makes me think that maybe there is not going to be brioche. I don't know. But
like I said, I don't see, I need to swatch. And now I've got my kit. I haven't swatched yet because I want to do the kit reveal so you can see what colors I've chosen. But I feel like, yes, you could have color 1 and color 4 and you could do brioche. But
right.
Because he said to swatch and you'll see them in block colors, I think I'm erring on the side of there's not going to be brioche, but you were absolutely right. We didn't get brioche last year.
Right. I don't know. I mean, there might be, there is a slight chance, right? That once I see the pattern, I'll understand that like my choices completely are not working.
Yeah.
But somehow I think it will. Like, I think it will.
I'm sure you'll be fine. You absolutely. But like you said, the joy of being.
I can just swap them also in places, and color 4 might become color 3 or something.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. The joy of being team stash is that you will have others in your stash that you can then say, do you know what? I think that's it. Kazaki says there could be one color brioche, and I hadn't even thought about that. And damn it. I talked myself out of there not being brioche. And yeah, craft will be, and you're right, there will always be a brioche alternative. And I don't mean to do it to scare people, because like I said, right, there's always a non-brioche option, and there are always amazing videos by Stephen to help people out and give you kind of hints and tips. It's just not my favorite technique.
I mean,
it just takes so long, and I'm all about the speed, and I want to do it quickly, and I don't want to have to fuss with it. If it's brioche, I've got to
I thought you were the team embrace your pace.
Well, I am, but like don't get me wrong, I would love to keep up. It's my mission this year. I've taken 2 days off work for week 1 because I've got holiday left. My boss is like, you need to take some holiday. And it's like, actually. So I've taken the Thursday, Friday off work. So I'm off for launch day. So can I get week 1's clue done in Thursday to Sunday? I got 4 full days of knitting. I can do clue 1 in 4 days.
I'm sure. And then you're gonna be at full advantage because I'm gonna be away at Rhinebeck for 3 days.
Yeah, right. But we said this last year and you still beat me.
Well, that's because you had that pearl issue. So it was like, that was the setback.
Yes. Catherine LeBlanc has just said, but if Stephen plans brioche, I will learn brioche. Plan B is not an option, right? And that was my approach in Starflake, which was my first one. And I said, I've got this funny little funky hole where I completely messed it up, but it was my mess up, and it was all working after that. And I kind of took Mark actually took the approach. He went, but that's what he's designed it as. So can you do the brioche, please? I was like, but I don't know how to do it. He's like, can you learn?
Well, I also feel like because Stephen puts such detailed videos, and you can really see his hands, and he goes step by step, and you can slow it down. You can rewatch it a million times.
Yeah.
It's very difficult not to understand how to do something his way. So I feel like if you have to learn brioche, it's probably the best time to learn brioche following his videos. Like he'll
for sure
hold your hand,
And because we get left-handed versions and right-handed versions, and it's for all of the techniques. I remember in shawlography, I think, when we did those weird crisscrosses.
Yeah.
Like the video, I'd never seen that technique before. And even like the Jacob's ladders last year, even though I hated doing them, you know, it was really meditative. And I don't know what I'm going to do about watching the video this year, because last year I decided to start knitting. So I got the pattern, I sat on the sofa, it's an hour-long video, and I started and I cast on and I watched the video all the way through as I was knitting. And there were other people like Katie, Reese, Glasgow Yarn. They were watching it, but had skipped straight to the end to see the end of week 1. And I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm doing. And then I got to the end. I was like, oh my God, it's gorgeous. And I built up the suspension, and I don't know what I'm going to do this year, whether I'm going to try and eke out that first hour for the surprise or whether I'll go straight to it. I think it depends on color, because Slip Stravaganza, he kind of said, I will talk you through how to select color 1, 2, 3, 4. So if there's anything like that, then I might want to watch the end just to check that my color placements are correct, but we'll see.
Well, I have another little surprise that has
Well,
nothing
you do that, then I'll do my unboxing.
So I decided while we doing that, I'm gonna do a giveaway on my channel. So you guys, after we're done here, head to my channel, click that subscribe button with the notification bell, so you're not gonna miss that, because you don't want to miss that book. So I got this book from Penguin Publishers. It's so fun. So it's basically Stitch Dictionary with Fair Isle designs in it. And they have, tons.
Wow. Is that a dinosaur on the front cover?
Yeah, there is a
That's
dinosaur.
so cute.
They have every zodiac sign. They have like funky things, like including a toilet somewhere. There's a snake, a crab, flowers, Scorpio. For me, if anybody wants to make a gift for me, it's this month. So
my brother's a Scorpio.
Yeah, dragons, cherries. Like, I mean, it's endless. It's gorgeous. And what I like the most about this book, it has patterns for a hat with design your own. So you can use all the designs from the book and do your own hats. You can do your own mittens, and you can do your own sweater. So there is a template of how to make any of them. So
that's so
this
cool.
book is not even being published yet. It's gonna come out on October 10th. I already have the copy, and you can have this copy. So I'm gonna announce the giveaway on October 1st. So turn in to Fiber Chats on October 1st. All you have to do is comment under that video. So it's simple as can be. And I'll do random comment generator, and I'll pick one winner for this book. And then there's going to be another giveaway for another book, which, you know what, I got it yesterday. I almost fainted. It's so good. It's for Knitting for Olive.
Yeah.
They have the most luxurious yarn on the planet. And I'm actually designing my very first sweater as we speak with the yarn by Knitting for Olive. So stay tuned for that announcement. But it's going to be another giveaway sometime in the middle of MKAL. So just an extra reason to stick with us. That
is super cool.
Little bonus.
Yeah, if you're here as a Fiber Chat subscriber or a Knit 365 subscriber, make sure you go and support the other channel. Because that's what it's all about. It's about bringing communities together. So definitely go and check out Irina's channel if you're here for me, and come and say hi to me. I've got plenty of videos for you to watch if you're new. I'm going to do an unboxing video as well, and then show off everything, because I'm very mindful. The camera on Zoom is only so good. So I will show my yarn later in this week, because I then want to swatch. I am going to swatch. Not for gauge, just because I want to do a little swatch. I want to see how the colors go, and I want to use my mohair.
But he asked to show my colors one more time because they skipped the beginning. So this is, as of today, my final decision.
As of today.
I might change my mind again. I don't know. But like, so far, I'm loving this.
You might change your mind again. I think No. Are you gonna swatch? Or are you just gonna jump straight in? Or when will you wind your yarn? Because that's when you're gonna need to make your choice, is it not?
Right. I don't know. I might swatch. You know me, like I'm not a swatch girl. I usually
I'm not usually.
jump in first, think later kind of thing. But we'll see. I might.
We'll see. We'll see. Right. So in the box for Team Kit.
Ta-da.
So I had the orange bag. It's a big bag. Last year's was like a little tiny box bag. So we had a big old bag, which is super cute. And then we've got some notions. There's a little stitch marker, needle checker, gauge swatcher, and some stickers. And then these are really cute. So we had Stephen and Penelope labels. So in other years, we've just had the one label with the kit for 2020 to 2021. Although I don't know where. I haven't sewn last year's. I don't think I've sewn the year before's on. I think I know where they are. They're inside the Stephen and Penelope bag. I just don't know where the Stephen and Penelope bag is. So I do need to find that and then sew that on. But yeah, you got a little tiny fabric label to put on your shawl. And then yarn. Dun, da, da, da. So I went. So funny story before I show. I saw the color and immediately knew that was the one I was having. That was the color. Sent it to Mark and he went, everything you have is blue. And I went, right, but go and look, because all the MKAL shawls live on the end of the sofa in here because they're easy to kind of wrap around if it's cold. And I went, right, go and look at all the MKAL shawls and what color is missing. And he went, there's no blue. I went, there's no blue. So
I love.
We're having blue. So let me take them out of the bag. So I went for Punk Rock Unicorn, this amazing card, hologram card. That's so cool. So participation award for the Mystery Knit Along.
I love them.
I love them. So then if I hold them up, so we've got light to dark.
Okay, so the question is, Catherine LeBlanc says that her yarn is drying because she got lipstick by Prue and she's afraid that it's gonna bleed. And you had 1 year, I think it was not the last year, the previous year, where you were washing your yarn because it was also red.
So it was on my shawlography. So I had a kit by Lola Bean Yarns, and one of them was a really dark, like a red wine color, and the other was a cream. Absolutely no running. I did wash it because I was just to double check. And when I washed it, nothing came out. The color was absolutely fine. So I think it's probably worth it just in case, because you do get horror stories, especially when you've got such contrasting colors. But you know, most yarn is going to be okay. But yeah, I think if you've got, so I don't know, I don't think so, because they're all kind of a theme. And if that bled into that one, I think I'm all right. But basically, we've got Punk Rock Union. And it was my first choice kit, which I'm really happy about. And it was the usual, like trying to get Glastonbury tickets. I was ready to go. I was logged in. And then someone messaged me on Instagram at like 10 minutes to 4 here in the UK going, they're live. I was like, no, we just got 10 minutes to go. And they put them live early. So I rushed to the website and I bought them. So I've got those.
Somebody said that our colors are actually similar.
They are.
We should take a picture like that for the cover.
I will go back and I will try and do a screenshot.
Find this,
so that's the colors. And then I've also gone for some suri in case I want to do a mohair there. So this, I bought this directly from Punk Rock Unicorn. Stephen didn't have this at Stephen and Penelope, but it's all the grays and the teal. So what I'm excited about swatching is I'm going to do my swatch with my 4 colors, and then I'm going to swatch every color holding the suri.
Yeah.
So I can then, because I think we don't know where you can use the mohair. I really like suri. Mark hates it. So this will be my shawl. So
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah, go.
no, so I'm gonna swatch with it and just see what it's like. So obviously that will look super cool because it'll pull out that. I think that one will probably be okay as well because the teal will highlight the blue. But I just want to make sure that it works with every section and kind of see what it looks like. But I'm all in the same color family, right? It's my colors. It's blues, grays, and teals.
I might actually also add more here because like my latest obsession, so the sweater I'm creating is this 100% silk and mohair silk held together. And that blend of mohair silk by Knitting for Olive, oh my God, like this is the most luxurious experience ever. If you guys haven't tried it, like I'm a yarn snob, this is like the ultimate in luxury. So I might actually go and just add some Knitting for Olive to my thing, but I'll see.
It's just so soft.
I know, it's perfect.
And it's really cool because what I don't use of this, when I went to Stephen and Penelope in April when we were there for Mark's birthday, I picked up a skein of sock yarn by Punk Rock Unicorn, not knowing anything about them. And I picked up a colorway which is teals called Loki, because obviously we have our nephew dog Loki. So this will go really well with the Loki colorway as well. So this is the Pacific colorway. But again, I might see, because I can always introduce the Loki with these. Like there's another option. Like last year there was the I-cord squiggles and people were doing like a random color. So I've got the Loki, which I can add in, which is more tealy. That will go with that. I think I've got options this year, but I did check through my stash and there were some people going, I'm sure you've got stash on that you could use for this. I genuinely don't have 4 colors in a fade that would work properly. Right. So I'm all right with that.
Well, someone said that they got the Life in the Long Grass sailor kit, but for a while your kit was her number 1 choice, and now she doesn't know if she made the right choice.
Oh no!
I honestly think that there is no wrong choices. You know, like Steven puts beautiful kits together, and he's so famous for his color.
Absolutely, and this is why I say I'm always team kit. Because I feel like in Stephen we trust, as we say with the pattern, where's this going? I don't know. It'll be fine.
Right.
But also I just feel like with the kits, I get so indecisive and I dither and I just worry that I won't make the right color choice. And I would rather go, do you know what? He knows what the shawl's going to be. He knows what the colors will work. So I'm just going to go with that. And it's a little treat because my birthday is March. So we kind of just come straight after Christmas and people are like, what would you like for your birthday? I'm like, well, I didn't know what I wanted for Christmas. So like only 6 weeks has passed. So I always just get money for Christmas and my birthday. And then that's my MKAL treat. Happy birthday, Christmas from my mum, basically.
Okay. March what?
March 5th. Nearly.
I'll have to.
So close.
If you guys want to send him a gift, you know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but no, okay. don't have FOMO and worry that you've made the wrong choice. Like your kit will be brilliant, I'm sure. And Life in the Long Grass, it was on my list because I think Stephen did his last year or the year before. He used Life in the Long Grass in singles, and I ummed and ahed about whether to get a singles yarn this year because of the definition. But in the end, the blues one, because Mark was like, you're not having blue. And I was like, I think you'll find I am. It's going to be all of my blue dreams.
I mean, I
want to know what the surprise is then?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I've been waiting for so long, so patiently. You can't do this anymore.
Mark!
Oh, Mark.
I need to call my...
I need
to call my glamorous assistant. I'm not going to teach you. We've had the conversation about shall I teach him to make one, and he's not playing. So when he told me I wasn't allowed the blue, unbeknownst to me, hello, explain yourself. What have you done?
Well, I just thought, why have one when you can have 2?
Oh my God, you did.
So someone's going to knit 2 side by side.
So which
Apparently,
color?
I'm going to be team 2 kits this year.
That's going to be so much fun. This is just like turn on the whole next level of fun. to watch.
Honestly, right? But I feel like you need to do it. No, you're not doing 2 because you'll definitely do 2 and I won't finish 1. So, yes, in the great scheme of, right, get online, log into the account. I popped into the living room and I turned the laptop on and off I went. And I came back all very successful and went, look what I've got. And then he passed his iPad to me and went, that's great. Look what I've got.
No, bring it closer to the camera. Let's see.
Yeah, take them out of the packet. We've got rustling.
How many vacation days you have like left?
No, this is also why I've taken 2 days off work. So I now have 4 full days.
Oh, that's beautiful though.
So I wasn't allowed blues, but I am actually quite liking. So we've gone, Mark has gone Undercover Otter. And we've got that one. Yeah. So we've got this lovely teal set, which is
Beautiful.
gorgeous. And I've never used Aiden's yarn and I always wanted to. And also this is merino yak silk.
Oof.
So it's super soft, but because it's yak, like it's kind of the grubby color. So because obviously the yarn starts as a gray color rather than a cream color, so it takes the color differently.
You know what? I must tell you, this is like my discovery from last year, and it's my absolute favorite fiber.
Yak.
Merino silk yak. It just like it gives the most beautiful stitch definition.
Well chosen. So yes, so it's 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. So I'm very excited to see. Hazel Morris, you're right. Now I've got 2 kits to make. His vest will never be finished.
And
Although I have been working on it this month. I've done about an inch. I have worked on it. He's like, can I have it to go to Paris? And I was like, I don't know, maybe.
He hasn't got sleeves.
I know it hasn't got sleeves, but
you
it's
can go like as a vest. No.
or just put in a frame and wear it on the wall. It'd be lovely. So yes, so we have 2 kits.
Oh, Mindy said that she needs Mark to be her yarn picker. So Mark, if you ever looking for extra gig.
Yarn choice. But I was right, there wasn't I? When I said to you, and it did make you quiet for 30 seconds, when you went, you're not having blue. And I went, but which one of my shawls are blue?
Yeah, okay.
Because we do have a shawl that's slightly greys and teal in my slip extravaganza. So there we go.
Ooh,
someone thought you were going to model the vest. Oh no, that would have been a great surprise. Imagine if I'd finished it.
That was what I was thinking. I've
said that you're going to know when it's finished because the video will start along the lines of him speaking and going, welcome to another video on his channel. He's finished my jumper. Cue the roll. And then we'll do it that way.
Let's not hold up.
Let's not. What? It's hard.
It's going to happen.
But I've got about half an inch left to go. And then I get to split for the front. So every time I do a row, then it obviously gets narrower. So
that's going to be
like on the home straight. But maybe tonight I can just sew. I've still not sewn any of the ends in though. So maybe I could sew some ends in now after this, rather than doing socks. So my plan.
Well, so let's talk about.
I have a plan. I have a plan.
Have you told them the actual plan?
No, we haven't got that far yet because I didn't want to reveal that there was 2 kits. How would you tackle it? Has anyone in the comments?
Yeah, there are
has
some.
Anyone ever made 2 kits?
I know that some people did need 2 shawls at the same time. Like I remember seeing people doing that, but like I don't know if I'm brave enough for that.
You can just do one, and you can definitely smash out one.
Well, let's talk about what else we're planning to do for this knit along. So while we're waiting for all the clues to come out, last year I did, and if you guys joined us 2 weeks ago, we talked about it. So last year I did this series on Fiber Chats called Humans of West Knits, where I interviewed people like you, people who participate in knit along, And we talked about yarn selection. We talked about difficulties with clues. We talked about your experience, and like some people were brand new knitters. Some people knitted every single shawl Steven ever created. So that was last year. And I didn't want to do the same exact thing this year. So this year we're gonna do group meetings where we can sit, chat, discuss the same thing, cry together over all the problems.
I was thinking in my head, group therapy.
Right. So I'm gonna start this week actually. And the very first meeting for Humans of West Knit is gonna take part this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And as we go, I'll see if you're in the time zone that you just absolutely cannot make it, please send me an email to fiberchats@gmail.com and tell me like which time zone you are. And I might do another day. So let's say if we have a lot of people in Australia, I'll do some day and time that works for Australians. I think that like if you're an early riser, you can join me from New Zealand. I think it's like 7 a.m. or something in New Zealand, but I know it's gonna be middle of the night for Australia, so this time is not gonna work. But like for everybody else, unless you at work, then you can watch it. Then I'll do another thing on the weekend, right? So I'll do Wednesday at 1 p.m. and I'm gonna put the I'll put in the chat the details of the Zoom, but I'm also gonna put it in the community announcements on my channel. So like if you forget, if you don't copy it now and you forget the details of it, you can always go to my channel and just see the community announcements, and it's going to be there. And I'll post it again on Instagram, so it's easy for you guys to find it. I can also post it in Fiber Chats group on Ravelry. So it's going to be like all the Zoom meeting announcements are going to be in Fiber Chats group on Ravelry. So those are the places for you to find that link. But the thing is, the number of the Zoom meet is never going to change. It's going to be the same Zoom meet number. So if you just write it down somewhere, it's going to be always the same, just the time is going to change. So the first one is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. So it's 6 p.m. your time.
And actually, I had it because I did a couple of sit and knits, and it's currently 5:30 in Auckland. So if you do it, it's 6 p.m. UK time, it'll be 6 a.m. New Zealand. So you might get a few folks down under that can. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne, so you probably won't get any Australians, but the New Zealanders might be able to join. But yeah, if we can alternate, if we can try and work out. There's no time zone that covers Irina, me, and Australia, sadly. But we'll see if there's an alternative as we get going. But it sounds like so much fun. And yeah, I think that was one of the things I really loved, like with the cast on party. And we'll still do the cast on party on the day. So we just need to fix the time. But as we said last time, we'll have 2 cast on parties on the same day. So on Thursday, the 5th of October, when we get started, we'll have a cast on party, perhaps 5 p.m.
5 p.m. your time and 5 p.m.
Eastern. 5 p.m. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Should we just fix that now then?
Right. Yeah.
So 5 p.m. UK and 5 p.m. Eastern on Thursday the 5th. I will stay up late because I'm off the following day.
And you can use the same exact Zoom information for that. So we'll just do it on the same. So this is going to be MKAL Zoom ID. So if you guys just write it down somewhere or just take a screenshot of that Zoom ID, that's going to be the easiest thing, because every time we're doing Zoom for the MKAL, whether it's for Humans of West Knits or for the party or for whatever else we're going to do on Fiber Chats, we're going to use this Zoom ID and this password.
Yeah. And it will be so much fun getting to chat to everyone. So we said it's great having the comments here that we can interact, but we can only read what people are saying. Right. And I really loved that last time when we were on Zoom.
Yeah, because we had to actually see you guys and hear your voices. So it's really nice to, and that was my idea for this year. Like I wanted to get to know you. I wanted to spend time with you and to knit together and talk about like every clue and like what we're struggling with and what we're enjoying. So I hope you're going to join If you don't want to be answering questions, it's going to be voluntarily. So feel free to join every Zoom meeting or one of them just to check out. I would just love to get to know you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I just go back? Shelley Coes, get a very long needle and do both at the same time, like 2 at times.
Yeah, 60-inch.
I love the ambition, and no, but thank you, Shelley, for the idea. So my plan is, and because he's the long-suffering Mr. Edwards and he hasn't had his jumper, I'm going to cast on marks first. And my plan, how selfless am I? Putting myself second, polish the halo. My plan is to only do one. I'm going to have a main one and then a secondary one. So, for example, I have Thursday, Friday off work for Clue 1. So, yeah, Catherine, I will have 2 sets of needles and 2 cables. So I'll be able to work on both simultaneously. But the idea is I will cast on with marks, and that will be shawl 1. And then whenever I finish that week's clue, if I finish that week's clue. So, for example, if I can finish it by Saturday or Sunday, I'll then cast on mine and I'll work on mine until week 2 clues come out, and then I'll put mine down and I'll go back to mark. So I will try and still, because in most years I have kept up. Last year we had the purling incident and I didn't keep up. But apart from that, in most years I am able to keep up. So my plan is that I will focus on marks. Jane Stevens, does that mean you'll make all the mistakes on marks? I don't make mistakes. They're design features. But yeah, he's gone now. That will obviously be a, oh God, I missed that. Yeah, whatever. We'll see. But yes, I will work on one each week, and then any additional time that I have, I will cast mine on and I will do it. So it also means if I can finish this by mid-November, which would obviously be in line with the clue, we're going on holiday. I think I said last time, we're going to Bordeaux and Paris. And I have lots of knitting time again because we're getting the train from Bordeaux to Paris, and then we're getting the train home from Paris to London, and then back from London to Cardiff. So I'll have more knitting time. So if I can then work on mine a little bit as I'm going, December, because I've got some advents, but I'm not going to work on the advents apart from the Toft advent. The other advents I have projects in mind, but they're for next year. So December will then be mine. It's almost happy Christmas to me. I finished my shawl. And then we'll be that couple that walk around with matching shawls, his and his.
That would be so
Come
cute.
on, let's go for the photo shoot. And he'll be like, no, why did I say yes to this?
No, if you're finishing that shawl, he has to model it.
Ah, absolutely.
That's the rule.
Hazel, I do want to wind now and start swatching, but I will be good. Maybe. But yeah, I think that's going to be lots of fun, even though I'm now itching because, like, look at the blue.
I love that.
But if it feels only right that, bless him, he's waiting for his jumper. It might not be finished by December.
Well,
But
it's
at
going
least
to be finished by some December.
Yeah, by some December, but at least he can have a shawl
Right.
to take away to Paris with him. So we'll see.
If I finish my shawl, can I come?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you the dates.
I would love that.
Yeah, Nafrail is correct as well, because we've had 5 skein shawls for a few years and now we're back to 4. But I'm hoping, again, I can keep up, because even if it's brioche, it's still only 4 skeins of yarn. It's 1 whole skein less is kind of my thinking. So we'll see. And yes, he will soon be able to wear his shawl over his vest top. Minty Cannon, let's all go to Paris. Yes, let's all. Can you imagine? We'll have a Knit 365 fiber chats.
Oh yeah, that's
Team out
a
into
great
Paris.
reunion. That's going to be a great reunion. If, by the way, if you guys coming to Rhinebeck this year, please find me and say hello and show me your knitting. I would love to see everyone in person. I'm going to be on the Podcaster Hill at 12 p.m. on Saturday. So just stop by there, say hello.
Go and say yeah, because we talked about it and I can't make it work this year with work, but I would have loved to have been there.
Hopefully next year.
Maybe next year. Yes. Cool. So you need to make a decision on your final colors. Is that the final color?
And I think that's going to be the final colors, unless something dramatic jumps at me somewhere and begs to be part of that show. I think it's
Were there any of the, what have you got the colors nearby? What did you, I can't remember all the 4 colors from last time because you've stolen one of the colors.
Well, I was thinking of like this lighter gray, but I like this one better. Like, I think it's,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
Although there's good contrast between your lightest and your darkest then, but it's not quite as
Well, it's gonna be
gradient.
it's gonna be an option, right? So like if I'll
Yes.
see that the pattern really doesn't work with what I have, that's the beauty of being Team Stash. I can just grab another skein from that thing. I want to say one more thing about what was happening on my channel. So I don't know if you guys followed, but September was Rowan months on Fiber Chat, and I did 10 interviews with all people from Rowan about how the magazine is being created, how they pick designs, how the yarn is being manufactured, and there were like all the designer spotlights. And yesterday I published the grand finale of this series, and it was my interview with Kay Fawcett. And I truly believe that Kay Fawcett was one of Stephen West's role models and inspirations for his color choices. I mean, I don't think like anybody can doubt that. Like they just, you know, sort of the same family of fiber artists with their love for colors. So go take a look at that. I watched my own interview, which like rarely happens. I watched it 3 times because I just love to see Cave's expression and like hear him talk. It's just poetry. Every time this guy talks, it's like you're sitting there and you're listening to poetry, you know? So give it a watch.
And I did one of his jumpers that he did for Rowan. It's my square, all the blue squares. But at the time I wasn't brave enough in terms of color. So it's blues and grays, but it was his pattern. It was the Guernsey pattern that he did for Rowan, and I loved it. It was my first big jumper project for me. It was in Tarja, all different squares. It was so cool. I loved it.
No, he's a brilliant designer, and he's inspiring because the guy is 85 years old and he has 0 plans of ever slowing down. So like you can't help but be inspired and love him, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. Stay active. This is why we knit.
That's
Keeps us active in retirement, although I've got a few years yet. Sadly, there probably won't be a retirement age by the time I'm ready to retire.
I know.
I'll still be there in my corporate office job, not running my knitting shop. Or as someone said earlier, Knit 365 cruises. That would be amazing.
Oh, that would be. I'm totally coming to that one. Yeah, that would be.
That would be so much fun. Yeah, Knit 365 Fiber Chats cruise. We could have an MKAL cruise, and we could hire a cruise ship for the month, and all get on board. Start our tours on the Thursday.
That would be like so awesome. We would have the best.
I love that idea. So remind us again. So Wednesday, first Humans of Fiber Chats. Humans of West Knits.
Humans of West Knits at 1 p.m. I put the link for Zoom link in the comments. So just take a snapshot of that. And this link is going to be, we're going to use the same exact link for all the Humans of West Knits. I'll put the schedule for times in a bit. Like, let's start with this Wednesday and see how many people can join, and then we'll figure out. So we'll do something on the weekend, or maybe like at the later time, so the Australians and New Zealanders can join. Send me, like, if you have some obscure time that like doesn't work with what I'm posting, send me an email and I'll try to make it happen.
Yeah. And I will try to be there too. The fact that even if actually, because if it's lunchtime your time is tea time my time, but even if you do a tea time your time, it's just late at night for me. So I will still try and make sure that I'm there for them as well. And and you can join one or you can join them all. Like, I would love to have a regular knit together, because you know the MKAL, the thing is I don't like about the MKAL is the knit along part. I prefer it knitting together part. You know, this is why we're doing what we're doing. Yeah.
So would love to knit with you guys. So if you have time, please join this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and you have the Zoom link and the password in the comments of this chat.
We can put it on Instagram as well, can't we? So if anyone
I'm
does
gonna
miss
put
it,
on
they
Instagram.
can.
And so we'll do the party, the custom party is gonna be 12 p.m. Eastern, and then no, right? 12 p.m. Eastern and then 5 p.m. Eastern. So it's gonna be 5 p.m. your time and then 10 p.m. UK time
Yes.
on October 4th. And you use the same link and the same password to get onto that party. So
Yeah.
you don't want to miss that. Don't forget to grab a drink of your choice. It can be anything you want. And we'll do a toast and we'll chat and we'll get to.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got that coming up. And on my channel, Vlogtober is nearly upon us. So it's mostly MKAL time for me. So instead of posting, I can't post daily, which is kind of the original theme for Vlogtober because of work and stuff. But I try and do 2 or 3 videos a week, which is a bit of general life behind the scenes with Mark and I, as well as then obviously lots of MKAL time. So I'll do a unboxing video this week that shows the yarn and the colors off in a bit more detail and the things that we got in the kit. And then we're ready for Vlogtober in a couple of weeks' time. So hope that you will all come and join me for 3 videos a week. I say this at the beginning of a month, and then I get half of it. I'm like, the editing's fine. I could do this all the time. And then I get to the end of the month, and November's like, I don't want to edit another video. I'm just going to have a break for a week or so. And then straight into Vlogtober.
It's intense. It's intense months, but we love it. And
We do.
That's why we.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Yep.
It's our shared love of Mr. West and the mystery knit along. And as you said, it's all that we're, it's that community. It's knitting along together.
Right.
Which is brilliant. Beth, yes, you did miss it. It was earlier in the video, but I can show you again. I went for Punk Rock Unicorn and it's all the blues. Very excited. And I've got some Suri to add in. And then you might have missed the big surprise, which was Mark bought a kit and didn't tell me. So I have 2 kits.
Martin is.
Then we have Undercover Otter, Yak Silk, which is gorgeous. So I'm going to try and be team 2 kits. And there's a lovely lady who I chat to on Instagram, Vanessa. She's an Australian dyer, and these going to be her 2 kits. So she knows that I'm doing 2 kits because she sent me, she's like, I can't decide which color. I was like, I'll do them both. And she's like, I might do both. So we're going to be team 2 kit. I love the pinks in Vanessa's. They're just gorgeous. I had to take a picture to show you all. So yes, lots of fun coming up. So yes, someone said, can you repost the Zoom link? We'll put it in. I'll put it in the video description on. So if you're watching this on playback, you can also see it on Irina's channel. And as she said, we'll post it on Instagram as well. So plenty of reminders for you as well. So we'll hopefully see you there. So yeah, first one up with Irina next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
it's coming Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's, hold on. It's the 27th, September 27th, 1 p.m. Eastern. You just got the link and the passcode in the comments there. I just reposted it and I'll put it on Instagram and I'll put it on Fiber Chats group, and Ravelry is a great place to keep track of that. I put all the announcements.
I can definitely join this person on Wednesday because Mark's away with work this week, so I'm home alone. So I will have my yarn wound by then, and I will come swatching. I won't have swatched both sets by that point, but I will come swatching. I will see you Wednesday.
That's a perfect place to swatch. So while you guys watching us interact, you can swatch your little swatch.
Absolutely. Right, I think we'll wrap this up there. Mark's going to be coming back in a minute. I can still chat to you while I'm talking to Mark, but are you going to come and say bye? He's coming in a minute to say, we're having a roast chicken. We're British.
To save the bread.
every Sunday, the bread's out, I think, and I think the chicken's gone in. He was doing something in the kitchen.
Right.
I don't know where he's gone. Yes, so let's
We'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Oh, he is coming. Right, hold you, Irina, get your yarn. Let's do this as the screenshot. We'll have the spoiler for those on the thumbnail. There we go. Team 3 kits. Now they'll wonder whether you're going to make. I could teach you to knit and you could do it yourself.
Don't be so daft.
I'm not going to give up until I've taught him.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. It was a pleasure to chat with you. And please join us on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. You have the Zoom link and we're going to talk about the yarn choices. You're going to show me.
Absolutely. So see you all very soon. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.